guys, welcome to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. My name is Nancy Isime and I'm your host. As I've been for the past few years, I mean, of course. As you know, on this show we discuss everything and everyone that is trending. Today is no different. Please allow me to go on this short break, and when I come back, the show begins. Welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. Today on my hot seat, I have the one, the only, Ruggedman Baba.
What's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you.
Same here.
We have this segment called the Style of Day segment, but I feel like you're always just dressed down, very chilled.
That's always me.
Shirts and tee. But let's still talk about what you're wearing and the inspiration behind it.
Nothing. I just like being very casual and very simple.
Yes.
And especially in Nigeria these days, that the weather is always so hot. You know. So I'm always a t-shirt and a jean person.
Jean guy. Nice.
Yeah.
So today we're discussing the topic music production in Nigeria. Then versus now. I mean, you started off how many years ago, would you say?
Give or take like almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years, you know. How was it back then, starting back then and being influential in a lot of people's careers that are doing what they're doing now? Yeah.
It was good. My first experience in music production, like you said, was in my room. Back then, I go to DJ studios, I record instrumentals. Back then it used to be about cassettes, not flash drives or your regular MP3 and MP4s. I'm happy to actually have been in around that time and now though.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll go to DJ studios, I'll get a DJ to record me a 90 minutes tape full of beats, just beats. And then I'll go home, I'll put an empty tape on one tape recorder, I'll put the tape with the beats on this other tape, I'll press record on this empty one, and then I'll press play on the one with the beats. And when it starts playing, and I'll put my mouth in the middle and I'll start rapping.
Damn!
That was my first funny experience of production, but then of course, and I went ahead to recording DJ studios. You can have a mic, of course, they'll connect it to the system with the empty tape. The same thing, but this time you had a microphone. But the difference is you had to do one take. Nothing like, I made a mistake, stop, cut, copy and paste, nothing. So all you need was a deep breath. The beat starts, then you do the intro, you do the first chorus, you do the first verse, you do the second chorus, you have to just run everything straight. Yeah. So this was how I actually honed my skills. And then fast forward, proper production studio. Then we had producers and everything, and then we had all the. Now this was a different ball game entirely, because back then we every studio session was 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours. So when you're in the studio, there's a big clock right in front of you, so you see the time ticking. So you're at a point you get under pressure because time is ticking. Once it's 7 hours, 8 hours, it's done. And then nowadays they have like laptops where you just click on a tone and you get a beat, you get the hi-hat. Back then we had these machines called the tone generators. From the ground it was this high. So you had to bend down and
do all that.
Dial till you get a beat or the sound you want.
Damn.
And then you now pick that one, you pick the beat, you pick that. And then imagine doing that in production and then checking the clock and the time is ticking, and then maybe you have a producer like Paul Play, who jokes a lot in the studio, and then time just keeps going, and then it gets to a point you get so frustrated, you just say, okay, let's use this tone. It's not really the one you want, but you're just checking time and all that. So this was how production was back then. But it's way easier now.
Now, so how do you promote your songs then?
Then we didn't have social media. One major thing back then was promotion. When you get your music to a DJ or presenter, was actually all love and strictly they wanted to push good music.
Right.
I'll say I'm the first Nigerian contemporary or contemporary artist who started printing his posters. Because then I printed Ruggedman posters, like a hair CD out now, a hair CD sold here, kind of thing. And then of course I went to the business centers, I did my A4 paper, like a contract. I, Ruggedman, and dash, you received 10 copies of, I did all that. Because what I was doing was I'd walk from Ikorodu Road all the way to Adeni, Jones and Ogba. And I'll be stopping at every DJ studio I see, any business center, then any barbering salon, any cyber cafe, I'll just stop. Anywhere I know people come to, I just walk in there and I'll be like, hi, what's up? I'm Ruggedman. I'm the one that sang this song that's raining right now. This is what I'm doing. I have 10 copies of my CDs. CDs are being sold for 150 naira, but I'll give you 10 copies for 100 naira. Pay me for 5 now.
Okay.
And then when you're done, I'll come back and collect the remaining money for the remaining 5. And then when they agree, we'll sign my paper. And myself, in that same backpack, I had duct tape, I had scotch tape, I had glue, I had everything. So that once you agree and you sign, I just move to your glass, whatever is there, I take it off and I just bring out my poster, Ruggedman CD sold here. I'll do it myself. I don't even let them stress themselves. I just do it myself. Thank you. And that's how I walked for days, pushing my CDs and stuff. And of course, I never went back to collect my balance because I blew them. So I didn't need to go back. Or some of you, if you remember, you're Oimyo.
That's amazing.
So that was basically some of the ways we promoted radio, TV, and then self.
Fantastic to know. But you know, coming from that time where you had to trek with your backpack, you know, sell yourself to people, up until 20 years after, almost 20 years after, and you're still killing it. I mean, you still had nominations at the Headies. How have you been able to stay consistent? What would you say is responsible for this consistency up until this point?
I'd say it's because I've been organic from day one.
Right.
When I say organic, I don't know if you guys understand what I mean by organic, but I've been a hands-on person from time. I keep it original with whatever I do, be it music or my life. So, and I build everything I do from the ground up. So the fact that I could walk miles to different DJ studios, it made me know a lot of DJs. I walked to radio stations, it made me know a lot of radio stations, a lot of radio presenters, DJs, some record label owners and stuff. I was hands-on and I built. When a producer is working in the studio with me, I am watching what he's doing. At a point, I started directing videos from 2004-5 with DJ T back then. So I was hands-on. And then there's something I said in Baraje. Those who know it, once they hear it, they understand. I say I blend with the trend, stay forever like culture. I said that in that song, not because I was looking for a rhyme, but because that's exactly how I reason. That's how I think. I blend with the trend. So whatever happens, right now as I speak to you, I have a new song that's coming. I have some of my piano things. Okay, let me not say too much. But blend with the trend, stay forever. Stay original, stay real, be hands-on. That's how it's been for me.
How does it feel for you to be a part of something that has grown worldwide, that is now mainstream and is being accepted by a lot of people? I mean, by the time, when you started earlier on as a young rapper, I'm sure people were like, rapper, what is that? Who is that? But now everybody wants their child to be, well, not everyone, let me not speak for everyone. Most people would, you know, dress their kids up as rappers, you know, and they record their kids doing things, especially in the music sense. How does it feel to be one of the pioneers who started off, you know, the rap game?
I won't lie, it feels great. It feels super. Sometimes when I see some of the young artists and how far they're going with music, you know, I feel like a very proud father, like, oh yeah, okay, I won't say my sons, but I'll just be like, okay, something I was part of, like you said, because I know a lot of people back then when I dropped the song, they said I was called many names, not negative ones, yeah, some negative ones, but I didn't care about those ones. I cared more about the Ruggedman being called the industry watchdog. I cared more about Ruggedman being called the revolutionary because he said I revolutionized the Nigerian music industry when I put out you know, I kind of like cautioned people from over copying, over lifting and being original. And then I went ahead to top it with Ruggedy Baba. I will always bring this up because I remember back in the days, Play and the likes were like always telling me that I was like years ahead of my time because the kind of music I was making then, I was touching on a whole lot of stuff. I did trap way back before I started trending and everything. So, no, trending. Okay.
You know? So, you're very vocal about things like, you know, police issues, but, you know, I want to narrow it down to the ritual part. There's been so many stories rituals, internet fraud, and you've also spoken up against it.
Can I out of this?
What are your thoughts on, the rise? I don't think there's a rising. I just think that now with the internet, everything is coming to light. Before things happen behind closed doors, it doesn't make it to the newspaper, it doesn't make it anywhere. But now there's so many outlets, so people are now seeing more and more what our society consists of. So please tell me, what are your thoughts on this?
On rituals and all that money ritual things?
Well, they say the rapid increase.
The rapid increase, yeah. I was just going to say it's a bunch of lazy people who don't want to work and who are looking for any means to make fast money. Greedy people, basically. They're the ones going into this really because if you're in your right senses, if you're a hardworking person and they tell you to bring 1 million and they'll give you 20 million in 2 weeks, you ask them how. At least let them teach you so you can go do it yourself. And then also, why not stop to think? He says bring 1 million and he'll give you 20. If he can turn 1 million to 20, why does he need your 1 million? They don't think like that because all they're thinking about is, oh, he'll give me 20 million. That money and that's Nancy that I'm owing. Oh, that shoe I want to buy for Nancy, I will get it for her. That, very expensive phone. Why I'm saying this is because it also applies to the people who think they can end somebody's life to make money.
Right.
It's because they are greedy, they are selfish, they are self-centered, they are lazy. If you work, you will make money. If you can think, this is a TV station, this is trending. Trending has been on for years.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is, why in the world would you think that killing somebody else will give you money, will help you make money? You understand? This might sound crazy when I say it, but imagine all the people on death row. Imagine all the people in Nigeria who are in prison, who have been sentenced to death, who are actually going to be, put to death. Now, if you could actually use human beings to make money, you think the government will not be using all the people that have been sentenced to death who are going to die anyway? You understand? So I just believe it's either the people who are doing these money rituals are either so blinded by greed and laziness that they will believe anything just to make easy money.
Right.
Okay, there was a video I saw some weeks ago about a boy who invited his own mother to Abuja and he almost killed her. He stabbed her and I know she even came with fruits. But he had his calabash. He wanted to make money.
That was out there? There's a story like that?
Yes. Oh, the video, I saw the video. It's not like I was told. I saw the video and the woman was just praying, oh God, thank you for spraying. She had blood all over and he was sitting on the floor. I think they tied him down and stuff.
Nigeria, nobody can be successful without these things. And then because the media has painted it as that, we don't blame the young ones who come up and believe it. Because that's what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying that you cannot make it in Nigeria with your own hard work. You have to do rituals. You have to do Yahoo.
But I will not agree to a certain extent. I will agree that yes, the media is putting a lot of light on a lot of wealthy people, making it seem like if you don't have money, you're not that important in the society. That part I agree. But then, if you talk about the Obi Kubana or who else, just talk about anybody else.
That's the most recent.
I know, that's out there, that's been shown to have money. What's stopping you from asking where he got his money from?
Even when he says
no, that's what I'm saying. So
that his money is from work.
Yes.
People say it's a lie.
Now, hold on. So who say? People.
The media.
No, well, that's the media. Okay, now let me tell you this. If I go, I'm on trending right now, and I say, tomorrow, 3 p.m., come to 24 Ogundano Street, we'll be dashing you 10 billion. Okay. And you come and you don't see money. Yeah. And you go home. What will happen?
That's not even you. That's you as a celebrity. So everybody comes for you.
Okay, no. Let me put what I'm trying to say now is why would you just believe anything you read or you hear?
They're young minds.
No, they're young doesn't mean they're stupid.
They're young minds.
They're young doesn't mean they're stupid. The thing about it is, I believe everything in life is about choice. I watch TV. So I saw somewhere they said, Nollywood celebrate. Now they've removed the fact that Nollywood is acting. So that means you want to stop, you might as well stop music videos, and then you stop church, you stop pastors from talking about drugs and talking about anything, because there are people listening. You understand? So what you need to do, as far as I'm concerned, I will say we lack accountability in Nigeria. That's one of the major issues we have in this country. If you catch a woman who has wealth that you don't know where it's from, and you hear the government is probing, they investigate, and they either expose the dubious thing the person is doing, or they expose the track, you know, how the person made his money. Everybody will see that. If you catch somebody, if you catch a policeman, you catch a student doing something wrong, and you give the person the precise punishment, be it jail time, be it community, and you let the world, you let the people see that, that will go a long way. And then if a media house promotes something, there's NBC. If a media house is showing something NBC feels is not right, talk to them and let them know. If they can't prove it, one, they should go back on air and spread it the same way, and then pay a fine, and everybody gets to know they pay a fine. So as far as I'm concerned, if the government do not, or any authority do not hold anybody responsible and give them the right punishment for whatever they're doing, or give them the right reward for whatever they're doing, because I prefer we reward the good and we punish the bad straight. Yeah. That will stop a whole lot of stuff.
Right. I just want to give it up to like all the like media houses that promoting, you know, people who are doing well, and just like putting them in the light that people can see, you know what, if I do music right, if I do business right, if I do everything right, I can make it. If I do movies, fashion. So I really need to give it to, because in countries and Western countries where, you know, things work accordingly and stories like this are not being said, it's because the media continues to put their people on a certain pedestal that makes other younger ones see them and say, if I grow, I can be like this person. Now get me, I can be like this person. There's Forbes, there's Vogue. Their media literally exalts their reach, and even exalts them so much that we start to look out for white people. Meanwhile, our systems will work together. So if our media houses can also help us out and stop calling every single successful person, I'm an actress, and see, I don't even need to sleep with any man for anybody to say I'm sleeping with a married man. And I keep saying this thing, like, it's just, you guys put these people on such a pedestal that is so funny. Like, it's so overrated. Like, you guys overrate these people and make them feel like I'm married, so I'm better than everybody. No, like, let's start to say the truth for what it is. Do not generalize, because this actually, people who are younger will see that and say, oh, so you mean that Nancy Simeto is sleeping around? What you think is that you're rubbishing Nancy Simeto, but you're rubbishing at least 1 million girls who thought they could make it by themselves. And you're putting them in the hands of these predators who are waiting to snatch them up because, oh, you mean I cannot make it without, and they go that way. And in your mind as a blogger, you've done so much. You've dragged someone down who, to be honest, you never really drag anyone down, because nobody's
just a story.
It's just a story, 2 or 3 days. But that story damages millions of people who think that I cannot eat without sleeping with a married man. I cannot do this without sleeping with this. I cannot make money without doing Yahoo. I cannot do this without doing drugs. Meanwhile, you can actually. So I feel like people should just, if there's something wrong, no problem, put it out in the limelight. But if there isn't, do not make up stories and do not generalize. Not for just the people who are there, for the younger ones, so that they can see people too.
What she's saying, oh ye bloggers.
It's not just bloggers, it's even people.
Saying,
because when I was younger, when I was younger, any big house with big gates, they say, oh, that person is a ritualist. It's not just bloggers, it's not just news, it's even between two people. If me and you are sitting down here now and this man does nothing to you, and you just see me and say, sit down one shoe, I know where in Bayamo, in Tifam. Meanwhile, in no Tifam. No, I'm good. Okay. It's just something that people need to actually talk about. Yeah, it's a conversation. I feel like we need to take it somewhere. Yeah, maybe like a podcast. I will sit down, all of us will sit down and talk about it. Welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. I still have Ruggedy Baba on my hot seat, and we are about to make it even hotter.
Can I have water?
First up is our Fast 5 question segment. I ask you a couple questions about yourself, and you just answer them real quick, yeah? Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Time starts now. Name of the first artist you collaborated with?
Nomalous.
Okay. What's the first song?
My first song?
Yes.
Oh, What If?
Sing a line of the song above.
What if, oh, what if Picture me imagining what if. She said quickly, so that's the
Wow, okay. Headphones or speakers?
headphones.
At home or at the cinema?
Home.
Name a song you will never stop playing.
Mona Lisa.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Favorite color?
Black.
Sneakers or shoes?
Sneakers.
Where's the most beautiful place you've ever been?
It might sound weird, but Dublin.
Okay, alrighty, we're gonna move on now to the tribe where I get to ask you a couple social media abbreviations and you have a riddle.
We have comic.
Okay.
Limo. Okay, go on.
FB.
Facebook.
IG.
Instagram.
ICM. It's a place on the mainland.
Oh, okay. Kansas City Mall.
Yes.
I was wondering.
ROTFL.
Rolling on the floor.
Laughing. Here's the riddle. David's parents have 3 sons. Snap, Crackle, and what's the name of the 3rd son?
David.
Ah, that was really good.
I was about to say Pop, because I know Snap, Crackle, and Pop, but nah, I just said David's.
Nice. Oh, nice. Great. Okay, so you did really well in this segment.
What do I get? A Bentley?
You get, ooh.
Okay, let me just get a handshake.
Oh, okay. I gave you a clap, but since that's not enough, it's okay. Alrighty, guys, enjoy this commercial break. Don't go anywhere because we'll be right back. Welcome back to Trending, brought to you by Airtel. I still have Ruggedy Baba on my hot seat and he's about to read a nasty comment. Please read and respond the best way you can.
Ruggedman should focus on his dead career and forget politics for politicians. Besides, it's just a temporal ban that is already yielding results. And I should forget about politics and leave it for politicians. Unfortunately, Nigerians, we are Nigerians, and politicians are people who we vote into office, so they work for us. So I cannot forget about politics. And while we're at it, I hope you have your PVC, not just about tweeting. And Roger should focus on his dead career. Sorry. Not dead. I'm on trending. Trending. So he's not dead. I do movies now. I have a radio show and a TV show too.
Nice.
So you need to update.
Nice. Thank you so much, Ruggedy Baba. It was great to have you
You're
discuss
welcome.
everything we talked about today, and of course,
Yep. It's always good to be here.
amazing. Anything you want to tell us about that's coming up?
Oh yeah.
I know you were about to mention something, but you were like, oh, we want to hold it.
Yeah, okay. I dropped an EP October last year. I really didn't push. I haven't started promoting it really because we're shooting videos. It's a conscious EP. It's called The Situation. It's on all music digital platforms right now. It's called The Situation. I featured Praise and I even featured like 8 young artists on it. I just put a beat out and I said I wanted like 2 young artists to feature, but I got really good ones. So I got 8, Bobby Philly, Lena Martins, and the rest, but that's one. And then I've been doing a lot of humanitarian work.
Nice.
I've been doing it for years. Like you said, I'm always vocal, and when it comes to police issues and all, helping people out. Last December, I felt very happy. I heard about a lady who was in a hospital in Moe. She had been there for 6 months because she couldn't pay the hospital bill. She had a baby. She had pregnancy issues. That's why she went to the hospital. But at the end of the day, she lost the baby. But then still couldn't leave the hospital because she couldn't pay. I sent somebody from Marshall Belt of Investigation to confirm, only for us to find out it wasn't just her, there were 2 of them. And that was in December. So what I did was, I've registered my NGO now, but that one is for later. So what I did was just confirm that they were there, and I just went out, got people to donate, and I made sure both women, their bills were paid that December. I just wanted them to be home for Christmas. Nice. Paid their bills, gave them some money for Christmas. And, I've been doing a lot of that. I have a new show coming up online now. It's called Face to Face with Ruggedman. Yes, so it's going to be on social media, basically. And it's just a platform for anybody who wants to promote anything, and then of course to let people meet superstars like Nancy.
Okay.
And also just watch out for it. So just follow me on Instagram at Ruggedy Baba so I can tell you everything else.
Great. Thank you so much, Ruggedy.
You're welcome.
All right. Alrighty guys, it's that time of the show where I have to close the curtains and call it a day. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you for sticking with my guests and I, Ruggedy Baba, of course. We had a lot to talk about. Do not forget that you can join the conversation. Follow us on Twitter at HIPTV, on Instagram at official HIPTV. You can also follow me on Instagram, if you wish, at Nancy Isime Official. Until I see your pretty faces next time, do not forget that I love you, but God loves you more. Bye-bye.